I'll send you the link to that article that I ran across.
Well, hey kids, welcome back to Theme Park Casual. We are here at the home of David and Frances Sheegog, the incredible creative geniuses behind the Backyard Disneyland that we will be seeing in just a few minutes. It is extremely crowded back there. I'm hoping that maybe by the time we go back there, it'll have, a few people will have decided they've had enough for the day and head on out. But for now, I'm going to take you on a little tour of the entry area. So, here you have the entrance. This is where everybody lines up, and you can see that they've given a proper Disney welcome to everyone. So you start off with all these wonderful little figurines with their little It's a Small World clock tower saying hello in their different languages. We've got our little cowboy here for the U.S., guard for Great Britain. Hola. And even just look how creative they get with this. Even with Yoda, or Grogu, sorry, not Yoda. So, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you guys are ready for a tiny bit of fun. We'll call it little fun today, because it is going to be everything in miniature that you love about Disneyland, and maybe even a little bit of California adventure. So welcome in, everybody. Like I said, it's a little crowded in the backyard right now because of how many people are here today. And it was a packed house when I got here. The line was already down the street a little bit. They finally got us all in, and it's been kind of a little bit of jostling to get a decent view of different things. But I'm going to show you the entrance here. You already saw the welcome from It's a Small World. This. We've got a proper Jungle Cruise little diorama here. We've got your tiger, your gators, your crocs. Got the markings of the ancient Cambodian Shriners. And you can even see that we've got looks like an homage to the Rock version of the Jungle Cruise movie. Got our Monkey God and our Trap Safari. Oh, Shell, you just wait. This is nothing compared to what you're about to see, guys. It gets so intense back here. You guys are going to be floored. You have no idea what's in store for you guys today. He's got a jumping fountains area. And it wouldn't be a Disney resort without your tram stop. And we have all of the characters waiting to catch a trolley, which there is a trolley. But at the moment, we'll check out the Path of Peril, Watch Your Step, Uneven Stones, and we have an actual river flowing that you get to cross. Nice little waterfall, and what better icon for the waterfall than Grizzly Peak? I'm going to circle back this way so we can catch a view of the trolley. Because like I said, there is a trolley that comes, and I suppose it picks up the characters, but they're a little static today, a little stiff. And there goes the trolley. Yeah, buddy, I wish they could do that. I wish they could bring back the Fantasy Waters. That was fun. Okay, now we're going to get into the really cool stuff. It gets really cool because you gotta hear the history of this. So, how else would the characters arrive to the park in the backyard? Through a skyway. So this is a working skyway, and here's the thing. This was actually constructed by Von Roll, the same company that did the original skyway at Disneyland. David, the gentleman who created the entire Backyard Disneyland, heard about the company still doing stuff, got in contact somehow with the son or grandson of the original founders of the company, and he still had a love for the skyway, so he still constructed the mechanisms if somebody wanted them. And so David contacted him and said, "Hey, I want a skyway," and he's all, "Sure, you know, we've done some for Carlsbad and this place and that place. What were you looking for?" And he says, "Well, I'm looking for something a little smaller." And when he explained what he does and what he wanted it for, the guy just loved the idea and was more than happy to work with him and create this tiny little skyway. And you can see there are characters. Got Lumiere and Cogsworth. Got Rafiki and Zazu. Got Flotsam and Jetsam. So right off the bat, you've got this incredible little start to your journey in the Backyard Disneyland. And of course, what Disneyland would be complete without the proper plaque with those incredible 13 words. And if you're wondering what the official name of this backyard is, this is the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad. So let's wander in a little bit and start to check things out. So they've got things kind of grouped and separated and kind of put together. It's not an official Disneyland layout, but he's got wonderful little additions throughout, like this incredible Jungle Cruise sign. And some of the stuff he does himself, some of it's his friends that, you know, love his idea for this and join in and do stuff with him and for him. But then, him being an architect, he enjoys building stuff. So we have the Indiana Jones Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Look at the little snake columns. And all the characters and figures. You got Jungle Book characters. And plenty of water features.
And so both of us were on.
Excuse me?
Well, she was in Florida.
Excuse me. All right. Thank you. I mean, you can tell the kind of care and love this guy has for Disneyland. Included the Snow White wishing well here. And we're just getting to the big stuff now, guys. So get ready, because we're coming up on Main Street train station. And wait till you see the backside of it. Jungle Cruise always is about the backside of water. You got to see the backside of train station here. But like you would see at Disneyland, you can see down here we've got characters, and inside the tunnels there are the attraction posters. We've got all kinds of characters here. Even the little trash cans you can see. And then just beyond the train station, You've got Sleeping Beauty Castle. You've got the partner statue, the Disneyland band, the princesses. You've got Haunted Mansion. And of course, Splash Mountain, still alive here at the home of the Sheegogs. So here we go. We've got the train coming in right now, so let's get a good view with the train passing by. You got to see this little gag that they have over here. All the villains are behind the stanchions and segregated off. And here's the thing, they have characters from every single Disney animated feature out here, and they give you a little list to go and check them off to see if you can find every single one of them. You can see they include the Pixar movies. You got Brave. Is it Onward? Is that the name? You've got Lion King happening over here. And you've got, let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. You got Mickey atop the mountain as Sorcerer's Apprentice. And you can even see that the engines are, the train engines are the same as the park. You've got the CK Holiday here, and it just past us was the EP Ripley. And they are exact replicas, as close as you can get with the tiny little trains like that, but they're not just, you know, random trains that they put an EP Ripley sticker on. They are lovingly recreated, just like this one that's coming right here. You got the Casey Jr. Circus train. And my apologies, I didn't even say welcome to all of you guys, but welcome in everybody. I'm just really excited to be able to show this to you. And Showcase of Wishes, if you're in here, we got dinos as well. So, train. No Disney train should be without getting to see some dinosaurs, right?
Remember the cake?
And we may get to hear about it when we talk to Dave, but the item that started it all, he was a train hobbyist, but the Snow White Cottage was the first one that he built for his kids to kind of add a little bit of fun to the train set. And from there it expanded out to everything you see here. And like I said, we're gonna see a lot of it, and then I'll give you guys a big overview as well. But you can see right back here we've got Rapunzel's Tower. We've got the mermaids back there from Peter Pan. We've got the pirate boat. And then over here on the wall you have Up with all the balloons.
Did you see the skull? Yeah. That's so cool.
And way up in the corner you have the Beast
I know,
Castle.
I know, we just were here, and then Claire's pointing out new things I didn't see before. Pocahontas is under there, you see it?
You swing by over here and you do have Little Mermaid with Eric's castle.
Oh, look, there's an open range.
You've got Triton and all the mermaids in the water. and the village that Belle and her dad live in. And now we're getting into our Big Thunder area. And you can see we have Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. This one's just an out and back train. But you can see how he's built a full Thunder Mountain diorama, if you want to call it that. And we'll see how it comes across. The train comes across the trestle right there on the river. Comes through the mountain. And back on its way around. And you guys got to see this. There is a reference to Grizzly River Run down here with Mickey in the raft. Go ahead and zoom in. Give me a second, guys. Okay, everybody, I think we're back now. I'm not sure what happened there. I think Prism is. I'm not seeing anything with signal issues or anything, but anyways, we're back. We've got the Alright guys, are we back?
Did you see home on the range?
I'm not sure what was going on. I think Prism is up to its tricks. Because the signal quality is fine on AT&T, but for whatever reason, it's not doing too good when I'm over on this side. So I'm going to give it one more try, and otherwise we may have to do it from a distance over here. Yeah, I actually was testing it earlier just in case Verizon was going to be better. I'd use my Verizon phone, but Verizon was not doing good, so hopefully it's not that I'm just in a weird dead spot right there, because that's where it was happening. So let's see if we get a little bit closer.
But I had, it's a good story of how it starts.
So far, so good. So let's see if we can get a good view of Casey Jr. before everything goes kaput. Seems like we're doing okay now. So you can see this is actually a newer area. This is done at least in the last year and a half or so, since the last time I was here. And he's got a big plan for this. So what he's going to be doing is, this is going to be Thunder Mountain, but he's turning it into, so well, this is Thunder Mountain, and this is going to be Mine Train through Nature's Wonderland. And his plan is, I'm going to come back over here to give you a little bit of a better view. So this entire retaining wall, he wants to eliminate it so that you can actually, he's going to construct a large area that opens up and you can walk into it and see the Rainbow Caverns. So that's his plan. He just needs to come up with the funding for it. But his plan is to be able to create a spot where you can actually walk into and underneath the mountain while the train is going by and see the old Rainbow Caverns with all the fountains and pools and lights and everything. Last time I was here, this was a mound of dirt with a couple of the buildings kind of already in place, but now he's got it all set up with the water. You know, obviously this whole facade is finished up. You got to see this. This is one of my favorite additions that he's done. He's got a enchanted tiki room, little bar area, and the music actually goes off and the windows darken and there's the rain in the window. So it's absolutely amazing, guys, here. I could spend hours and hours here. Let's go see if we can get some more views of the different areas. What was some of the stuff that you guys really liked? Yeah, Jenny, I wish I was neighbors with this guy. Yeah, I'd be over, it'd be like, go knock on his door. Can I come over and play? Yeah, I love that the Splash Mountain works. And I remember him telling me that to get the water to look right, he had to create the little steps in there to create so that it has that effect of the Splash Mountain style water going down. But I wanted to show you guys the back of the train station. Look at how detailed that is. He's got the curved stairways, the regular stairways, the landing platforms. It's amazing. But I don't know if you here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Let's try. Hopefully we don't crash the stream again. But you can see that he's even got the little tombs back there with Jack Skellington for Haunted Mansion. He's got the Hatbox Ghost. Just the level of care and detail that went into all of this is amazing. I love it because I would never have the patience to be able to do something like this. Oh, look at I love this little detail. Got a Mickey balloon flying away. Try to take you guys over here. We didn't get a good chance to see a lot that's over here. But you can see back there, you've got Elsa's Ice Castle. Garrett, I think this mountain over here, is this the one that you were talking about? I think this one is just one that he created, you know, as a set piece. And I think he titled it Castle Peak after, I believe that's what it's called on Tom Sawyer Island. It was Castle Peak. I believe most of the figures are put away, and then I would assume he's got some sort of cover, but then if I look at the castle does look like it's a little weather faded. So I don't know, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't put covers on some of the stuff. Yeah, Paul, the buildings, he doesn't have access to any of the, you know, plans or anything like that, so he has to basically go off of pictures and kind of recreate it. He is an architect, so he's, you know, got some of that capability built into him. But yeah, they're all, much of it now is 3D printed. So some of his older stuff was done, you know, by hand and, you know, sculpted, like the Snow White Cottage. I believe that was his first of the buildings. That one was done the old school way. And I think, Manny, I think you had asked how long it took to do this. This has been a labor of love, I think, over the last 20 to 25 years. This is not something he just suddenly decided to do. This is something that has been growing and growing and growing over, you know, probably the last 2 decades. And I'm not sure if you guys can see. Can you see it behind the train there? He's even got the patchwork planters from Storybook Land. I mean, that is detail. That is having fun with what you're doing, right? Any copyright issues? You know what? I don't think so, because he does not charge for any of this. So when he does the open houses, there is no cost. Everybody can come for free. And I believe anything that he's done, it's just been, you know, replica type of things. It's not any official capacity. He doesn't claim to be any affiliation with Disney. So I think he's okay as long as he's not trying to make money off of it. And I mean, I suppose Disney could get a little stinky if they wanted to, but since it's a private residence and he doesn't charge, I don't know if there's much they can do. Yeah, the up house. I'm gonna try to get around the corner over here, and you can see where. What's the name of the land that they wanted to go to, that they wanted to visit? And you can see that they painted it right there.
No.
Oh, Berry Place gifted a membership earlier. I did not see that. Berry Place, thank you so much, my friend. Ice cream's in the chat for my friend Berry Place. And if you guys don't already know Berry Place, I'm going to put his link in the chat. Go check out his YouTube channel. Also does live streaming at the parks, as well as a co-host with us on the Park Streamers Hangout every other Monday. Do you need to make an appointment to see it? Manny, they do open houses in the spring and in the fall. If you go to the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad website, you can sign up to be on their mailing list, and then you'll get an email when the tickets are going to be going to be available. And then you need to make sure you're there, like if they go on sale, if they go public at 10 a.m., by 10:01, pretty much almost all the dates are sold out. I think they do about 200 people per day, and it's from 1 to 4. So you can try to get tickets and get here yourself. I definitely recommend it. It is, if you're a Disney fan like most of us are, you just get here and you're enthralled, and like everybody's been saying, I wish I could be this guy's neighbor. I mean, it's like if that was my house, I'd be peeking out that window almost constantly. But like I said, this part is new, and he's not even done with it yet. He's going to build a giant, you know, arch in the back behind this that houses a tunnel that you can actually walk into, and it'll be a replica of the old Rainbow Caverns, or Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland Rainbow Caverns scene, with all the colorful water and pots, you know, the devil's paint pots kind of stuff. So all that's going to be in there, and you'll be able to actually step into it and look around as the trains go by. But like I said, the level of detail is what I get a kick out of. He's got the attraction posters in the tunnels. Jay Bay, good to see you. Look at this. He's got the little trash cans. This is so much fun. I heard him talking to some other people. He said it takes, if he had to do it by himself, he could set this whole thing up in about an hour with all the figures and everything that needs to get set out. Christina H, welcome in. Yeah, cute is just like not even close to describing it. When you're here, you're amazed. It is beyond anything that you can imagine. I mean, he's got the partner statue down here. I got my phones a little too close and they wanted to airdrop. Look at that. I mean, it's so much fun. He's got the horse-drawn trolley. That one looks like it's a little bit of a toy, so I don't think that one's an official item. I think it's more like the figurines. But like I said, look at the train station. The level of detail on it is just astounding. Haunted mansion. You got your over here. Got the archway and the little plaques on the columns. All right, let's come over here while there's not a lot of people. We can kind of take a look at some of the detail that we have over here with the Little Mermaid. You can see that Little Mermaid sisters are down under the water. We've got Olaf enjoying a wonderful late spring day here in Southern California. We've got Nemo and Dory, Peter Pan. We even have Skull Rock right there. Over here, there's Wendy. Is that Wendy, Michael, and who's the little one? I don't remember all their names. But they're all flying on their way through Neverland. Casey Jr.'s on its way right back through the cave, so we'll just hang on here right here so we can catch Casey Jr. going through. And if you go on his website, you'll see you can see pictures. He went to Disneyland with color chips to make sure he's got the right colors for his Casey Jr. train. Gary, I tell you, man, if I could be here at night to see how it looks at night, I'm like dying to know. I don't know if they have it all lit. Oh, looks like CK Holiday is coming online here. Yeah, it's like a perfect, wonderful little replica. Love it. But yeah, I would love to see what this looks like at night. They get to see the backside of water. Exactly, Ron. And something I'm noticing right now, he's got the fountains in front of the castle. I love this guy. Wendy, Michael, and John. Thank you, Janine. Shubs, the owners are Dave and Frances Sheegog. And Dave is an architect, and Frances, I remember her saying that at first she was like, what are you doing in my backyard? And now she loves it because she gets to see people like us who come here and just are enthralled, and how much joy it brings to people when they open up their home for a few hours in the spring and in the fall. Yeah, seriously, Shelves. It's so amazing. The first time I came with Casual Jr. and Mrs. Casual, and after about an hour, they were like, "Okay, we're done. We're not. It's not that big of a deal to us anymore." And I'm like, "Oh my God, did you see this? Oh my God, did you see that? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" I have like probably 200 to 300 photos that I've taken from being in this backyard. And I'm kind of bummed because he has a replica of the Carolwood Pacific, which is Disney's train that he had in his backyard. He's got a replica of that built, but for whatever reason, it's not on display today. It's not one that runs on these tracks. It's like just a stationary display. So. Manny, you want to honestly? the trees and stuff that are not bonsai that stay small, all the grass and everything, if he's got to trim it, yeah, it's got to be done by hand. So he's going to get his shears out and just go and basically give the grass a haircut. Try to see if I can grab Dave and we can kind of ask him some questions. So, what kind of questions do you have for Mr. Sheegog, the creator of this incredible, amazing backyard? Mr. Frances, Galaxy's Edge. You know what? He was planning to do Galaxy's Edge, but he changed his mind and decided to do the Rainbow Caverns instead. So he's going to do Nature's Wonderland, because what he had planned was Galaxy's Edge was going to take over this area and then extend back to the side of the house. But he decided that he was going to kind of extend the Thunder Mountain theme and end up doing the Mine Train in Nature's Wonderland instead. Because yeah, he was thinking about that a couple years ago, and then I guess he just changed his mind. Yeah, seriously, and it's actually really nice because over here at the Tiki Room little display, they have water and they usually have popcorn, but the kids have snapped up all the popcorn and they bring that out for everybody. You can see they've got the Tiki drummer statues. It's so much fun back here. I want to know if they like rent it out for weddings, because me and Mrs. Casual renew our vows back here. Oh, that's a good question. What about Tomorrowland? Stefan, welcome in from Germany, from Deutschland. Which thing took the longest? That's a good question. I'll see if I can find out, you know, which one was the longest of the builds. I'm going to ask like about the individual strike, because I mean something like, you know, constructing the entire Thunder Mountain area, that's obviously a lot. But like, was it Beast Castle? Was it Sleeping Beauty Castle? Was it Splash Mountain? Which one of those took the longest to get fixed up? And I'm going to come back out here to the beginning real quick for those of you who came in a little bit late. We have the Indiana Jones adventure area over here, but this is where you come in. I'm going to walk you guys back out to the entrance real quick and walk you in, because you got to see how, like I said, the level of care and love and creativity that he put into this is so amazing. So this is where you walk in, and this is where everybody was lined up this morning. And this is how you're greeted. In the planters, he's got the Small World clock tower and different languages and characters, the figures from It's a Small World, all saying hello and welcome in their native languages. Little can dancer. Touch girl. And then look at, like I said, look how creative he gets. Even has the Arabesh lettering with Grogu. So then you come over this way, and you start off with your Jungle Cruise scene. Got a waterfall, you've got your monkey guy, the trap safari, an idol obviously built by ancient Cambodian Shriners. And you come over this way and you've got your little world of color presentation happening with the jumping fountains, characters waiting for the trolley, an amazing little pathway to cross with the water running through the rocks. The only depiction of California Adventure. I think he had an idea that he was going to do a full California Adventure section. and then decided to kind of scrap it, but without destroying the mountain, he decided to put it out here as the entryway piece. And we've got all the characters waiting for the trolley, and the trolley is on its way, coming right over here. You can see it coming. Coming in to get our characters so that they can come and enjoy a day at the Backyard Disneyland. What about merch? Mr. /X, he's actually got a poster map of his entire backyard that I am going to be purchasing before I leave today.
Okay.
Yeah, I would hope that he's got security cameras as well. GB, welcome in. Sonia, welcome. So, and then this is one of the coolest things. So he's got the Skyway right here running along the side of his house. How cool is this guy? I mean, he's got a Skyway, everybody. How many of you have a Skyway in your backyard? But here's the really cool thing. He contacted the son, or I think it's a grandson, of the founders of the original company that did, the original Skyway at Disneyland, and the guy still does the mechanisms, so in case anybody wants one, he can still build it for him. And so when Dave contacted him, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, we've done some for here in Southern California and different places." He's all, "What exactly are you looking for?" And Dave had to tell him, "Well, I'm looking for something a little bit smaller." And when the guy heard what he does, and with his backyard, and that he wanted this, the guy was just over the moon and ready to go and help them build this one for his backyard.
Okay, you insist.
And they actually go in there, and we'll watch it spin around. You'll see it take the turn. Watch it come in there and make the turn. And head on back. And of course, I have the wonderful flag. Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. And in case anybody is curious, this is the official name of the place. It is the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad. So this is the Backyard Disneyland, guys. I mean, let me see if I can give you kind of a general overview real quick of it. Get an idea of the scale. So it runs from back over in that corner all the way around over to here, and then, like I said, all the way to the entrance with Indiana Jones and all of that. Yeah, they're the original style buckets. Yeah, I thought that was a cool thing. I thought that was a nice touch. Like I said, it's not all about the flash and the, like, hey, the Splash Mountain and the castles and Thunder Mountain. He even does this kind of stuff. That's how you know this guy's not just somebody that loves doing this. It's a guy who understands and knows Disney and know what's the important stuff. That's what I get a kick out of. And you can see everybody. I'm always surprised at how into finding all the characters everybody gets. It's genuinely surprising to me how everybody gets into checking off all the characters. Did he decorate the inside of the house? You know what, Manny? I believe he did, if I'm not mistaken. Because I heard somebody overhearing right now that when they went in to get some more popcorn, they were like, "It's like Disneyland in his house." So, Mr. /X, I will ask about the fireworks, because if they do, we're going to hang out and see if we can maybe catch some fireworks tonight, weather permitting, of course. Man, could you imagine if he was able to like set something up behind the wall right there, behind the castle? Oh well, the trees right there behind the castle, but they could go off, over here. It's clear enough. Just have some fountains shooting up fireworks one of the nights. That would be awesome. you can see it's starting to clear a little bit, and he was actually telling me earlier that he was worried that, you know, setting it 1 to 4, that it was going to be the kind of thing where at 4 o'clock he's got to shoo everybody out. But he said it's very, very rare that he has to do that. It's most of the time, you know, people are very respectful, and, you know, at 4 o'clock they basically say, okay, it's time for us to leave. You know, they understand it's somebody's home, not, you know, a tourist attraction per se. So I'm gonna give it probably a few more minutes, and then we'll take the last half hour that we're here. Hopefully, maybe he'll let us stay a little extra and get some extra footage and questions in. But like I said, just the level of detail. I mean, look at all the different trees, everything to create the forests. We've got the Firebird from Fantasia 2000.
So that's two.
Is that the lava version of Tafiti back there? Oh, we got Matterhorn. You can actually see. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys so you can see them. We got Matterhorn and the Skyway going through. How much fun must it be to come, you know, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that, and then actually be able to do it? That's my thing. It's one thing to be able to come up with the ideas. It's a whole nother level when it's like, yeah, we can do that. So again, thanks everybody for joining today. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. We're out at the parks often. We'll be there this coming week for just an evening in the parks, and then we've got the return of Fantasmic next weekend, everybody. So get ready for that. And here, let me give you guys a close-up of the EP Ripley so you can see, you know, just it looks exactly like it. So we got CK Holiday cruising by. I want to be able to walk around in there. You know, it's like, can I just get up close to the castle, please? Can I zoom in on the balloons? Sure, let me get over. Is this, you want the up balloons? Is that what you're talking about? I want to make sure that I'm getting the right thing, Christina. Mr. Slashx, do they have a restroom? I believe they say that they don't, but I think they allow people to use the restroom in the house. Yeah, the up house. Okay, let me get over on this side so we can get a better view of it. There you go. There's the little up house and all the balloons. And I believe there are hidden Mickeys throughout, and I can see one in the balloons. Can you guys see it? Let me see. There it is. It's almost dead center in the screen. It's the red, and that's a hidden Mickey in the balloons. Oh, Paul, I can imagine. I bet everybody was just like, I don't want to leave. I'm having too much fun. I have too many questions. I want to hear too many stories. We got Casey Jr. I want the little version of Casey Jr. at my house. So much fun. I'll show you another hidden Mickey down here. Can you see it in the lagoon with the mermaids?
Yeah, it's right there.
It's either a hidden Mickey or they're watching the Disney Channel. It could be their version of TV, I don't know. But yeah, they've got characters strewn throughout, so you can check off all the different characters from the movies. You've got the Bugs from Bugs Life, Robin Hood and Little John, Aristocats, Lady and the Tramp, Oliver and Company, and the Seagulls from Finding Nemo. So much stuff.
The focus on the fog one is right here. It's about the fog one over here.
I just can't get over how much detail there is in everything. Like I said, I've been here. This is my third time actually being here, and it hasn't lost its magic on me. You know, I'm still just loving to just stand here and watch and look at things. And, I wish mainly because when I was little, this was always my dream, to have a miniature Disneyland like this. Yeah, Christina H. It's the kind of thing where if Disneyland is your is your bag, as they say, you could be here for hours. I mean, look at this. When you come over here, it's like you're really at Disneyland. Look at this. Just amazing. So much fun. Like, I've already taken dozens of pictures today while I was waiting to go live with you guys. Mr. Slash said, "Go home, Paul. We don't need you showing off and one-upping all of us." Yeah, but see, that's one of the fun things about being a Disney fan, is we love hearing the stories of people who have met the greats, you know? It's one of those things where it's like you're jealous of them, but it's also, tell me what it was like. You know, it's not a envious jealous, it's a, oh man, I wish I could have been there too kind of jealous. Like, I had a friend who, I think I've told you guys, I got to walk down from Toontown hanging out with Tony Baxter, talking to him and asking questions. It was a surreal experience, to say the least. Yeah, there's so many things that are just amazing, and that's what I love about it, is he did a great mix of theme park and movies. You know, it's like this side is all Disneyland, it's all theme park stuff, and then you travel in and you got movies and that kind of stuff, a little bit of hint of the theme parks with Matterhorn. You know, you got Casey Jr., but then it's like, you know, well, it's Up and it's Beast Castle, and you know, it's, you know, Little Mermaids area, Snow White, the Rapunzel Tower, and then you come back over here and you're back to Thunder Mountain with the theme park kind of a look. And then even the throwback stuff with Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland. I can't wait. I hope he gets to do what his plan is. And I think I told you guys that his plan is he's going to remove the retaining wall back here to create more space, and back behind this area that we're looking at right now, he's going to create a walk-through, a walk-in, that you would actually be able to go into a cave, a cavern, and see what used to be in the Rainbow Caverns in the Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland. So it's amazing. And we have a super chat from SoCal Sports. Thank you so much, my friend. Let me see if I can pull it up again real quick here. Of course, my other phone is giving me problems now because we're getting bad signal. And it says, Danny, thanks so much for this trip. I really enjoyed the details, your narration, and learning about the extensive resourcefulness of this ultimate architect, designer, Disney fan. Bravo. Thank you so much, SoCal Sports. I appreciate the support, and thank you for watching. And I'm glad that this was a fun little change of pace for you. I know for me, it's always great to be able to do stuff other than the parks. And this one, it's kind of like a mix of the parks and something different, right? And Grunch, thank you so much for becoming a sponsor. If I had my phone that was working, I'd put ice creams in the chat for both of you guys. Oh, Barry Place, did you gift another membership? Thank you, Barry Place, and congrats, Grunch. All right, guys, I'm going to keep my eye out to see when Dave has a free moment and see if he can give us a quick on-camera interview. And I hope I can be able to figure out how to get my phone working again so that I can see your questions better. Awesome, SoCal Sports. Yeah, like I said, it's tough to get the tickets sometimes if you're not on the website. You know, when you get the email, if you're not right there to snag them within, I'd say probably the first 3 minutes, you're probably not going to get the tickets, and that's what's crazy. Hey guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can get the connection for my other phone working better. Just give me like 2 seconds of lag. Memberships, my goodness, Bob, what the heck's going on here? You're not supposed to do that. But thank you, my friend. If I can get this other phone working again, I will be happy to put some ice creams in the chat. But thank you so much, Bob. I appreciate the support, my friend. Yeah, other phone just is not working. All right, I'm going to do my best with my one phone when we do the interview to hopefully be able to catch your questions. Yeah, give me a James. I saw Justin Scard's video. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think he got special treatment though, so he got to walk around in the areas over here, if I remember correctly.
Look at how much I just saved you. I know.
See, I would love to do something like this, but I'm just not the type to take care of it. I'm at least that realistic with myself. I at least know myself well enough to know that if I were to do something like this, it would fall into disrepair probably within a matter of probably just a few days. Oh yeah, like I said, the detail, the bamboo around Indy, yeah. Like I said, the detail is amazing. Look, he's got the little work truck, got the truck here, got the Cobra columns, all the bamboo. It's just so perfect. Jen's Crochet, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you are rested up after the final day of the big race, which was tremendous fun. Please let Donnie know that it was a fantastic idea and I can't wait to do it again. I plan to up my game next time. See if we can dethrone the Queen, Cordy, in California. It's like, I love this. Look at it, looks just like Big Thunder. It's just so much fun. I mean, it's like when I want a logo and stuff like that, I can just, you know, okay, well, I can create a logo for whatever I want. I can't imagine being able to say, you know what, I think I want to build Thunder Mountain, and then do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, thanks again, Bob. I appreciate the support, my friend. And congrats to all the new members. In fact, new members, if you would like to be on the mailing list to get stickers and postcards and other stuff that we create throughout the year, be sure to send me your mailing address to themeparkcasual@gmail.com. I just put it in the chat, and I will add you to the mailing list, and we will get you stuff as we produce it. And like I said, I've got some limited edition. I think I'm going to keep them for the members. Limited edition Scream Park Casual stickers that are Haunted Mansion color scheme. So they are. It is a limited edition of 50 at the moment. We'll see if they're very popular. I may have to do a reprint and get some extras out. Paul, you know what? I've got room in my backyard, and I don't know if I can convince Mrs. Casual to do it unless she gets something out of it. So I will get back to you. Madison McGill, welcome in. Oh, awesome, Christina H. And congrats on the membership. Seriously, guys, I could sit here in all the different places. I mean, you can sit in any one of these spots probably for like half an hour and just take a look at all the different little details in just like a little 6-foot stretch. Oh man, Paul, could you imagine having your own little people mover wandering your backyard? Oh. I don't know if I'd ever go inside. I'd probably just get my hammock out and just sleep out there watching it. Yeah, the trophy was a nice touch. I thought that was cute. Dave is currently giving a tour to some young bucks who are interested in the whole thing. And look at this, even the side seating. You guys see that? You got the bed seating facing into the park. Ah, so darn cool. Yeah, there's so many things. You know what? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe if I can get Big Thunder, as long as we put the Snow White fountain in, maybe Mrs. Casual will be okay with it. I don't even think she would have to give up any of her gardening area, her vegetable garden. I mean, look at the bridge work even on this one. Like, look at that. It just looks so cool. Madison, awesome. That's why it's always good to go check out other streamers, because everybody has their own take on things and does their own little special stuff. Excuse me. And you never know what you're going to get, so it's always good to follow a bunch of streamers if you can. Oh, Madison, have I not shown you? Let me show you guys a good view of Splash over here if I can. I mean, how cool is this? Yeah, I think Mrs. Casual would probably like Big Thunder as well. Oh, a little canal boats garden with the cats. That'd be perfect. I mean, I just posted on Instagram and Twitter that Splash Mountain lives. In fact, I kind of want to ask him, do you have any plans of changing Splash Mountain to be more like Tiana's Bayou Adventure? Just to see what he says. Yep, exactly. The only Splash Mountain in the States. Welcome in, Jim. Yeah, and I remember him saying that he had to kind of figure out how to do the little waterfall on Splash Mountain so that it looks like the rushing water. So he had to figure out how to get the little, you know, things to interrupt the water flow without it splashing too far out of the flume and without just like creating just a big old mess. So it's like very detailed in how the little steps are so that it creates that effect. So much to see. I'm not sure. I think it was over here when the stream died for a quick second here. Let's see if we can get it this time. But we have an homage. It's a Grizzly River run. There's Mickey on a raft right there in the rapids. Yeah, thank goodness, Paul, that they're holding on to their Splash Mountain. But someday I'm going to get there and I'm going to be able to ride it. Yeah, Jen. This is almost as good as Berry Place's Halloween display. I think if Bob adds maybe a couple more water features to his display, I think it'll put him over the top and untouchable at that point.
Oh, her castle right there, Elsa.
I mean, look at the Casey Jr. bridge back there. That is just so cool looking. My favorite part, it's either Sleeping Beauty Castle or Splash Mountain. They're just too good. I think I'd have to go Sleeping Beauty Castle just because of the fact that it is, you know, look at how perfect it is. It looks so spot on. I mean, in certain pictures I have of this little model, you could almost believe that you're looking at the real thing. Like without if it wasn't for like the figures being there, and you know, sometimes, you know, the wall, you know, you get up past the wall, you'd believe that you were looking at the real Sleeping Beauty castle. Oh gosh, Uncle Walt would have died with this. He would have been enthralled. He would have been coming out here to hang out and just be like, "This is so cool. Thank you so much for doing this. I love it." You know. And like I mentioned, he has. In fact, let me show you the display that he does for it over here. He normally has a replica of Walt Disney's first railroad, the Carolwood Pacific, and he normally has the replica train of it over here, but for some reason it's not on display today. Heather Jung, welcome in. Where is this amazing place? This is in, I want to say it's Yorba Linda, but this might be Anaheim Hills, Anaheim still. But yeah, it's a family's home that the husband has taken his hobby of model trains and decided, you know what, I'm going to outshine everybody. And he's done this to his backyard. But if you go to the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad website, you can sign up for their mailing list, and when tickets are available, you'll get an email, and then you can try to get tickets and visit this place yourself. They do it I believe it's every May and October. I want to say October. And they do I think it's 4 or 5 weekends that they open their house, open the backyard to visitors, and as long as you can get a ticket, you can come to visit, and tickets are free. Janine, imagine being a bug in this yard and be like, what's going on here? Actually, the bugs are like, you know, wow, this is nice. Look at this, we're gonna live in a castle, everybody. And then all of a sudden they're gonna be like, wait, what's that smell? Oh, we're dead. Yes, Madison, like I said, they're free tickets, so anybody can come and get them. You just need to be on the website when they go available, like within the first few minutes, really. They really are a quickly gone commodity. Yeah, this has been a labor of love over, I think, the last 20 plus years. You know, slowly adding, changing, doing more, you know, replacing things, upgrading stuff. You know what, Ron? I never have had a chance to get to, is it Walt's Barn in Griffith Park, I think it is. They're only open on the third Sunday of the month, and I go to church and help out at the church, so I'm very rarely able to take a Sunday off. And by the time I get out of church and would get down there, they'd already be wrapping up for the day. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to check it out yet. Tamara Delaney, welcome in. So I'm going to try to get Dave's attention here in just a few minutes. Try to get at least a couple minutes of his time, hopefully. Yeah, Madison, that's something, I think I've asked about that, and I think they were of the mindset that if the kids don't want it, then they'll sell, and hope that whoever buys it is buying it for the backyard. And that wants to take it over and continue doing and building and seeing the dream continue. I don't know, can you guys hear that thunder going on?
They do there, and I've never seen it.
So the Tiki Room bar area. does the Tiki Room song and then does the thunder and lightning scene. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to set you down so I can grab a quick drink of water. Enjoy these tikis here.
When this was built, was to test out and maintain music, movies, like this. There was something else on
Okay, hopefully I won't be choking anymore. Let's do a little bit of water. Yeah, the tiki room part is pretty cool. I'm like, I gotta get me one of those. That I could definitely fit in the house. Can I get a Dole? I'm serious, dude. Could you imagine if he had a Dole Whip machine back here? It'd be like, am I in heaven? I saw mugs and the park map and the basically backyard map. They've got mugs, and I think that's it at the moment. Like, I'd want them to make some T-shirts or something, because yeah, it's like I'd love to be able to advertise for it. I got nothing. Welcome in. It's been a minute. What's your problem? Why haven't you joined us? Did I make you mad? Was it something I said? Yeah, I got to find out exactly when it started. If somebody can look that up on the website. I don't remember exactly what year he basically kind of officially started this. Sorry. Glowbug, welcome in. Yeah, seriously, Paul. I mean, that's what I said. I could just basically take a seat right here in the shade and just watch and stare and have the trains go by, look at all the characters, imagine myself as a tiny little person walking through here. I mean, look at Casey Jr. going by, come on. Wow, 1997, so it's been 2070, almost 3 decades. Jim, yes, I mentioned that there's all the characters and they give you a list with every movie listed, and you can go through and check off all the movies. You know, anytime you find a character from a movie, you can check off that movie, and how amazingly everybody gets into it. There are, I mean, I would not have thought that many people would be like, oh yeah, we got to find all the characters, but they get into it.
She's telling everything.
I know, Rod. It's like, yeah, I've got some, you know, attraction posters and some, you know, statue replicas. This goes to a different level. Casey Jr. Jr. Is it Casey Jr. Jr. or Junior Casey Jr.? Yeah, this is just too much, man. Like I said, for me, it's not even just the fact that it's here. It's the fact that there's somebody that says, you know what, let's build Sleeping Beauty Castle, and then does it, and then says, you know what, we can do Haunted Mansion. and then does it. It says, how about we do Splash Mountain? And then does it. That's the part that gets me. Because I have all these ideas. I just can't do it. I don't have the skill. I don't have the patience. Well, Paul, tell you what, if you want to give me some intel on where to get in touch with people that would allow us to go check those homes out, by all means, I'd be happy to figure out a way to bring you guys all along. You got my info, Paul. I mean, I love it because even look at the water, because the bottom of the little lagoon is painted different colors so that when you get over to Neverland, it becomes a beautiful, brilliant green.
Oh, I found Mickey and Pooh. Look at that house. Look at that chocolate on top of his head. Oh, yeah.
There's so much detail. And then did you guys see the little up characters back there? You got even the dogs.
I was wondering if maybe
So fun.
village. Like a cobbler shop.
I mean, this is the kind of place, it's like, can I have my birthday party here? You know? Rachel Castro, welcome in. And thanks for subscribing, Clarice. Squeaky voice doggy, yeah. Yeah, he's an architect, so it helps that, you know, he kind of has that background to be able to construct these things, and, you know, probably has the software to be able to produce it quickly and do the 3D printing now. So, yeah, it's a good career to have in your pocket when you want to do something like this.
We'll see where it goes, you know. But... Oh yeah, we'll pass it.
Double trains. Now see, the first time I came, I was trying to get footage, and I would wait for scenes like that where both trains are passing at the same time, and I'd be like, okay, it's going away, okay, this one's circling again, and I just like wait here for like 5 minutes while they sync up again. All right, we're coming up on 4 o'clock, so I'm hoping that we can get a little bit of this time. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, you can put them in the chat. Hopefully I'll be able to remember them. And did you guys notice who's driving the little yellow train over here? Do they have birthday packages available? Yeah, you would think, huh? It might be a little more headache than it's worth, but... Where's the Wheel of Death? Yeah, that'd be fun. Double train.
Yeah. Well, it's steady now, so I can just allow it. Okay. Up. 45.
Oh, I think they're gonna unplug now. And yeah, water features are going off. So we'll see if we can get Dave for just a couple of minutes here. I didn't want to bother him as he's entertaining his guests. It's completely different when the water turns off. Yeah, the cactus from Nature's Wonderland. That guy's still running. Whenever he's in town, he's a ruthless, toothless, shootless, toothless cowboy. Hey, Santa Polo, welcome in. Yeah, Christine, I do want to ask which one was the longest.
On top.
What about Jessie? Driving her train. If it comes back again, I'll try to get you guys to see the inside of the train so that I think he's putting it away for the evening.
Well, which one? The one we saw over there is which one?
Hey, what happened to your shower up here?
Yes.
Yeah,
We saw the Mickey over there. That's in the wall. Is that
that's Rockin' Mickey.
that's a Rocket Mickey?
Yeah.
So that's on the Stone Mickey.
No, Stone Mickey is right above the Incredibles.
Oh, those Incredibles. Okay. What's it?
Yeah, they're actually custom name tags for the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad.
Yeah. Yeah, on the beach.
We're almost there. We're almost there. Within 5 seconds.
No.
2, 1. Oh, there it is. A little scary. It's a little scary. A little scary. Either rain somewhere. Oh yeah, it's raining in there, isn't it? It is raining. Oh my god.
I'm way more impressed than she is. And I'm an adult.
Oh, there we go.
That's so mean.
Yeah, that was so mean.
Okay.
I'll find out so that I can talk to it and do it. It can do that. Are we going to see what
Okay, guys, let me see if I can get Dave's attention for just a few.
Oh, now it's time. Okay.
If you have a few minutes, I don't want
Sure.
to.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
wanna be-
You asked for this at the beginning.
Okay.
So you want to do it in the shade here where we don't get
Sure.
bright sunlight?
Wherever you like.
Okay. You just tell me what you want.
Basically, we were just going to ask some questions and
Okay.
get a little bit of the history of
Okay,
the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad.
All right. Well, we'll sit. Actually, if I sit here, you can get sun in the back is bad. Okay, maybe we'll sit right here. Yeah, this is kind of colorful.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just hang out here. And I've got a couple of questions from people. And one of them was, which one of the pieces took the longest to create?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people do ask that, and so I would assume that means total hours on it, as opposed to how long were you working on it. Because all these were done originally just on weekends and when I would find time. So the first version of Sleeping Beauty Castle took about 2 years because it was all the curved pieces were turned on a lathe, and I had to go to my father-in-law's house that had a lathe where I could do that work, and so I could get in there every couple of weeks. So it moved ahead very slowly. Okay. Other pieces where I could work on them every day or every night here went much more quickly. I would say the one that probably had the most man hours put into it, probably, gosh, they all seem comparable. Beast Castle, there's a lot of time in it, but Main Street Station, because there's a lot of details in things that that people might not see here that took a ton of time. Like if you look on Main Street Station, each of the cast iron columns That's the second version. The first version I just did with little metal dowels, so they're just round. But if you actually go to Disneyland and look at them, they're all sculpted in a very Victorian way. But then to actually create a three-dimensional model of that, there were probably weeks spent just on getting the shape of those columns right. So what I did for those was, modeled them dimensionally in a computer model, then had brass 3D prints made of them by a company called Shapeways, and then all brought back here. There's a good number of them, but I knew I didn't want to do it in any kind of a plastic, just the weight of the thing, they would get crushed, so they are all actually all made out of brass and painted. So there's a lot of things that took a lot of hours. Even getting the fiber optics into Main Street Station took a lot of time.
Okay, see, that was one of the questions was, I wonder what this looks like at night.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I think it's very pretty at night.
Is there a lot of lighting or just?
Oh yeah. Everything is lit.
Okay.
And it was we intended originally to do night showings, and so we actually have a fireworks show that we did over the castle, and a phantasmic show that we did over the lake here. And yeah, you might can actually look. If you look, you'll see like a little pedestal stone that's sticking up between the bridges. And you'll see two little radio jacks. They look like radio jacks. Those went into a little Pico projector that stayed on the backside, and it's all rear projected onto the water. We had a water screen.
Oh my gosh!
And
You
so
guys had a water screen.
oh yeah, and actually I looked it up, and you could just find the actual patent drawings for the Phantasmic show and how Disney patented it.
Oh wow!
And I didn't copy them because theirs are obviously a much different scale, but I could see the kind of how they went about it.
The physics of it.
The physics of it, yeah. It doesn't really scale down,
Right.
but that's where you have to start using your ingenuity of say, how do I get the same effect at a smaller scale? But we were able to accomplish it, and I think it all looked pretty good.
Oh, that's amazing.
But we did the first night show that we did here, just watching you've seen the group
The
today.
traffic,
There's
yeah.
lots of people, and we have 2 brick steps on the back here, and as the people were craning their necks trying to see what was going on, I could see that it would be very simple for somebody just to take one step backwards, hit a step, fall down, and smash a head, and we didn't want to do that. So we never continued any of the night showings, and some of that's just fallen into disrepair now. The radio jack cables, they're all rusted out now. So we couldn't duplicate. Well, I could duplicate. I've still got this show on sound on picture. I could wrap some, if I laid the wires down, but the ones that are all run underground and all, they're not usable now. But, well, there's been a lot of things that have come and gone over the years that were, the highlight at the time, and now we don't even use them at all. So, but it's always because there's something better and brighter that we're working on.
Yeah, and my apologies, I didn't introduce you properly when I got you on camera, but this is Dave Sheegog, the owner of the house, the creator of the amazing Backyard Disneyland. I've been mentioning you throughout the live stream, so that's why everybody in the chat is the man, the myth when we got to talk to you.
If they actually come here, they'll say, "Oh, it's that small? Oh, it's just a regular house. It's just a regular backyard."
Yeah, well, it's amazing what you've done, and a lot of people in the chat are like, how can I get Thunder Mountain in my backyard? And and I said, well, I'm pretty sure it takes quite a bit of work and some massive amounts of love to take on a project like this.
Well, yeah.
Which how did it? I remember you telling me that the Snow White cottage was.
Well, that was the first building we built.
First building you did.
And actually, the only reason I know that in what year it was done, because I didn't keep track of, as the years go by, it's hard to remember what we did. But I remember we were taking the kids to a trip to Disney World, of all places, and it was right at the when the year 2000, Y2K was a big thing. It was 1999, and I remember we're going out of the garage. The kids have their little suitcases. We're getting ready. We're taking family vacation pictures. And as the camera's panning past the kids carrying their little, tote suitcases behind them, there was Snow White's cottage all in pieces laying on the floor. So I know that was 1999 because we were getting ready and I think it was in November or December, we went back to Disney World right before Y2K. So that's one of the ways I can put a date on something.
Gotcha.
But anyway, it all was planned out before we started any of the heavy construction, retaining walls and earth and all that stuff. I did know where each castle, or Sleeping Beauty Castle, Main Street Station, Snow White's Cottage, Indiana Jones, and the Big Thunder Station. Those were the only buildings that were planned in the original one. And they had all been conceived, at least I knew what we were going to make them out of, how much of it we would model. And so they all kind of came to life for the most part at the same time. Snow White's Cottage was the first one, but the others were followed very soon. They were all in the planning stages because we knew where we were headed when we started the project, and then when the complete build out was finished in about 2009, then we started tearing things out or redoing things and that sort of thing.
Gotcha. Now, some people were asking, do you have to cover these?
I know all the buildings stay out there, and people say, "Well, what happens when it rains?" I go, "Well, what happens to your house when it rains? It gets wet." You know, it's built out of the same materials, painted with the same paints as you would build houses out of. The mountains are all concrete, so you don't worry about your concrete steps. The figures, though, we'll be picking those up in a few minutes. They all come in because the UV rays of the sunlight is what destroys those. It's not the, if they were painted, like all the other things are painted, I paint them with an automotive paint. There's a fellow in city of Santa Ana that runs an automotive shop, and he does custom paint, and you can do a custom color, and he'll put it in an aerosol can. So that's how I do all my painting. If my figures were painted with those paints, I'd leave them out all the time too, but they're not, and they'll fade and they'll look terrible. So the buildings stay out.
I did see that you do get I saw pictures of you at Disneyland with colored chips.
Oh yeah,
matching them to Casey Jr. because you want to get
as close as possible. And still, I don't hit them exactly because color is it's a complex issue, and there's a lot of things that affect it. But most of Disney colors, they are not what you think they are. I remember even painting this back wall. Like you look at that sky blue and you go, "Oh, it looks like, robin's egg blue." And originally I painted the first mural, and I just painted it with, robin's egg blue. When I found John Rayburn, he's a decorative painter that paints for Disney and Knott's and Universal and Garner Holt and all those people. And he came in and he's the one that painted this mural. When he started putting the sky on it looked purple to me. I mean, there was so much red in it. And I said, "Gosh, John, is that the right blue?" And he says, "Oh yeah, Disney, all of their blues, they put a lot of red in them. They all tend toward the purple." And I thought, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's just a Disney thing." And now you look at it, it just looks natural. But a lot of the Disney colors, if you were to guess what you think it is and then put a chip next to it, what it actually is, they're miles apart. Or even like the locomotives that you think are red, I mean, it's a deep maroon actually, if you put red next to it. But if you would just say, "Oh, it's a red locomotive," no, he's not. But anyway, so we researched all those and matched them.
I have a question from our chat. Have you been recognized for this outstanding work?
Gosh, yeah, I think almost too much recognition. This last fall, I think it was a TikTok video that went viral. For some reason, I started getting calls from all kinds of places, and CBS News was out here, KCAL News was out here, KTTV called me. Actually, Dubai TV came out here.
Wow.
I didn't even know Dubai TV was in LA, but there is. And if you go on my website, actually, you can go and click on the Dubai TV. It's all in Arabic, and I think they did that. I don't want to say the best coverage, but the splashiest for sure. But then there's been lots of news sources that have been out here. Disney's been out here a number of times. They actually sent a film crew here in 2011. We were going to be featured in it was a Disney Channel at that point. It was before Disney Plus, and they were doing a show that was going to feature people's Disney collections, either collections or obsessions, whatever you want to call it. And I remember they told me I was going to be episode number 8, or at least that's the way I remember it. And they showed me one of the episodes that was already in the can and ready to go, and it was a young girl that was quite the seamstress, and she had sewn all these Disney princess gowns, full size and miniature size. She was up in New York somewhere, as I recall. And I go, "Oh yeah, that looks like a fun show." And they showed me that as an enticement. I said, "Sure, you can send a crew out here." And so they sent, I believe there were 9 people. Everyone else, like KCAL comes out, it's 2 people. Dubai TV, they had 4 people. Disney comes out, it's 9 people, and so they shot all the stuff for this TV segment that never went to air. It turns out I called him up 6 months later. I said, "Oh, we've been watching for this on Disney Channel." And he says, "Yeah, well, we got a call from the big guys upstairs, and that project's on hold right now. So we'll let you know when it comes back to life."
Because somebody did ask, do you have issues with copyright?
No. I don't charge anything for this.
That's what I said.
No, so it's like if you were to invite people to come over and see your Disney pins, is Disney come down on top of you for that? No. If you were charging people and if you were making duplicates of the Disney pins and selling them to people, you'd probably have a problem. But this is just for the fun of, I like watching the kids run around and enjoying themselves, and and well, you saw what went on
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
There's
It's-
people
it's-
having a
it's
good time.
amazing how-
It's become like a community event over the last 10 years. And,
Yeah. Several people in the chat say, I live near here and I never knew about
Yeah.
this. So we've got, you got probably several new people joining the mailing list. And one question was, you don't have to show us, of course, but is the inside of the house as Disney-fied as the backyard?
It's not Disney-fied. It's done in a craftsman style.
Okay.
It is all very custom. So some people, when they walk in, they think this, what kind of designer or what, because it doesn't look like a track house.
Okay.
But it's all patterned after a lot of the Green and Green brothers from. If you think of the Gamble House or think of Grand California Hotel, a lot of similarities, and that's a lot of it was patterned after that. So it's not Disney necessarily, but it's themed. We will say it is themed.
Okay, so you do have a touch of whimsy to it as well.
To me, it's just classic. I mean, styles come and go, and
Right.
things. I remember before we had a lot of our furniture was like whitewashed oak, and if there was fabric in the furniture, and then it's like dusty rose. And you look back, and it just looks like 1980s.
Right.
It becomes very dated. So I wanted something that to me seemed more timeless and classic, and so a lot of that craftsman look to me is it's just a classic look. So it's not whimsical, but it's definitely themed and not current.
Okay.